You all know what hell means. People who live a sinful life go to hell after death instead of heaven. It is said that hell is filled with demons who torture people, burning fire, and other horrors. No one has seen it, and the truth is unknown. We have only read about it in the books or seen AI generated videos on the YouTube, but we don't know the reality. But there is a hell in real life, and it's Syria. Syria, what does this mean? It's really unbelievable. In just 72 hours, 1,300 people have died there. These 1,300 people were brutally killed, with homes set on fire, people shot dead, and stripped naked. Unimaginable to see such a situation. Syria has become a real hell. So here's what actually happened. So there was a huge clash between two Muslim communities that led to this violence. The president of Syria was Bashar al-Assad, and he belongs to the minority Alawite community. People from the Alawite community were given preference in jobs, government positions, and businesses. This outraged the Sunni community, leading to clashes and violence. Bashar al-Assad eventually fled Syria, and Ahmed al-Sharaa from the Sunni community formed the interim government. This happened just a few months ago. The people of Alawite community were outraged because of the clashes. But before discussing the violence, let's first understand some background. As per the 2023 census, the population of Syria is 2.36 crores. Out of this, 74% of people belong to the Sunni Muslim community, which is the majority. 11% belong to the Alawite community, which is a minority. The remaining belong to various other minority communities. Sunnis are majority and Alawites are minority. The president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad, belongs to the Alawite community. Because of this, people from the Alawite community were given preference in businesses and jobs. Sunnis, being a majority, were being ignored and not given any importance. There was no balance. The Sunnis did not remain silent. They grew aggressive, leading to clashes. 3 months ago, Bashar al-Assad left Syria and fled to Russia along with his family. After this, terrible violence broke out, resulting in 1,300 deaths within 72 hours. Dangerous. Sunni rebel group named Hay'at Tahrir al-Sham or the HTS protested and initiated the violence. The leader of HTS is Ahmed al-Sharaa. Ahmed al-Sharaa has now formed an interim government. Earlier, he advocated for equal rights for Sunnis and led the attacks. Because of this, Bashar al-Assad fled Syria 3 months ago. An interim government was then formed and Ahmed al-Sharaa became the president. The rebel group HTS is actually a terrorist organization and a branch of al-Qaeda. As you may know, al-Qaeda was founded by Osama bin Laden and was responsible for the 9/11 attacks in the US. HTS is a branch of the terrorist organization al-Qaeda in Syria. HTS portrays itself as a rebel group but is actually a terrorist organization. Shocking. Ahmed al-Sharaa is its leader, and after Bashar al-Assad fled, he became the president. Things ran smoothly for 3 months. Even though Bashar al-Assad fled, his supporters from the Alawite community were furious and didn't stay silent. On 6th March 2025, some militants from the Alawite community aggressively attacked Syrian government forces. Seeing this, the Sunni fighters retaliated by killing Alawite people, triggering the outbreak of a terrible violence. Since 6th March, 1,300 people have died within 72 hours due to this. The situation is extremely dangerous. Latakia in Syria is an area with a large Alawite population. Sunni armed groups stormed the area, entering the homes and killing people, including entire families. Electricity and drinking water were cut off from Alawite homes. People suffered greatly. Even those in hiding were shot dead and killed. If one family member was killed, the rest were not spared, even if they hid and cried. The entire family was brutally wiped out, with no one spared. You know what's even more shocking? Some Alawite women were stripped naked and paraded through the streets. They were then shot dead immediately. Horrible. Syria truly turned into a hell. Brutal and shocking. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported that the number of civilians killed adds up to 745. Secondly, 125 government security forces have been killed. 148 militants of Ahmed al-Sharaa have also been killed in this violence. All this happened because Bashar al-Assad's government favored Alawites and ignored Sunnis, angering them. Indian government has issued an alert after Bashar al-Assad fled to Russia 3 months ago. Indian government feared for the safety of 90 Indians living in Syria. It advised the Indians to leave the country as soon as possible as the situation was getting worse. After the violence erupted in Syria, many Alawite families fled to Lebanon. Later, Syria's interim president Ahmed al-Shara condemned the attacks. He said it was wrong for Sunni rebel group HTS to attack and kill Bashar al-Assad's supporters. This challenged his goal of uniting Syria and is wrong. Shara also promised to take action against the attackers, even if they were his own supporters. The United Nations has called for peace in the country and immediate justice for the victims. This is what happened in Syria. You think the Syrian war has no effect on India in any way? No, it does have an impact. Let me tell you how. India had supported Bashar al-Assad's government on many matters like trade, Palestinian issue, etc. In reality, the UN imposed various international trade sanctions against Syria, causing sufferings. But India did not support these sanctions and even asked for them to be reduced due to COVID-19 pandemic. All because India supported Assad's government. In return, Bashar al-Assad supported India's stand on Jammu and Kashmir, not because he wanted to take over the Muslim region. He said Kashmir is India's internal matter and does not want to get involved. Bashar al-Assad said that his involvement is limited to only economic trade. The question is, will the new interim government in Syria support India? This is because Ahmed al-Sharaa is from the Sunni community and Kashmir is a Sunni majority region. It's still not clear if it will support India or not.